I got to the moon, but I also messed up and am not able to get back. So, for this one, we are going to attempt to get him back. We're going to send Valentina up to try and get him and all of this science back, because I have a lot of science, but no way of transmitting it because I don't have antennas on this because I don't like transmitting. But I've never really tried to send a rescue mission to the moon. I've landed multiple things in the same spot, but I've never actually had to rescue anybody before. Well, I have, but I just never got to that point. Especially not in like science mode. But I do have a ship. It's essentially the same one I sent up there in the first place. But this time, all the science parts are gone. And instead, the Science Junior is replaced with a crew cabin, so we can get Bob back home. Bob or Bill, I can't remember. But yeah, that's essentially it. I got a little bit of asparagus there, or whatever you want to call it. But I have never tried to fly this one. I tried one yesterday that had the Science Junior and everything on there, and I had a satellite on the top of it, so it drained all my batteries away, and I couldn't actually get to the moon. Like, I got there, but wasn't able to do anything because they couldn't move it, so he just went around into a bigger orbit. But anyway, here we go. It is going to take a little bit, so I'm going to fast forward till we Alright, we're back. Yeah, my rocket is a little too heavy to start tilting right away to get to where I want to be, but I can get it up a fairly distant way and then start tilting. But if I start to tilt right now, it'll just start flipping, and that's not what I want, so. But now it's a little bit lighter, so we start going a little bit faster. I'm actually kind of surprised that my rocket didn't break my launch pad, because this one usually breaks the launch pad during launch. So it's just like a big explosion, and my rocket slowly lifting off. But yeah, as you can see, one fuel tank is it drains a little bit faster than all the others for some reason. I never quite figured out why it did that, but we only need it for a certain little bit. After that, it was not going to really matter. I think we can start tilting now and at least try to get our orbit started, or where we want to be started. So I'll probably just burn this fuel tank down at this angle until I run out and have to eject it. Because anytime I try to do maneuvers with this, it's so big that it just takes forever to try and turn it. It's always a lot easier to do my little maneuvers with these ones anyways, but I'm going to try to save those for when we actually get to the moon, just to make things a little bit easier and still have plenty of fuel to get back home. And landing with 4 rockets is easier than just with 1, like I did on last time, and which is why he's stranded there, because it fell over. And then I tried to take off, and it slid along the ground and blew up. So yeah, it was not a good thing. Let's see, where are we? Let's get this a little bit higher. And then I'll burn towards the horizon. I just want to get this. Oh no, what happened? I don't know what happened. Something bad though. That probably just messed up my orbit. Oh, it didn't, thank goodness. No idea why it started to do that though. Oh, like I said, this thing is so unwieldy when I get into it, the space. I might as well just lose those then, since it doesn't want to do what I want them to do. I don't need them anymore. But I know I do have to start trying to burn to get my orbit going, because right now it's not going to work very good. Why doesn't this thing want to do what I want it to do? I don't have very much longer to get there anyways. I'll just start burning right here then. That helps it. I almost didn't make it. Nope, that's not gonna work, so let's see if my little rockets can get me up faster. There we go. But I'm not gonna make it to the moon this time, so I might as well restart, since I'm not gonna make it. I'll cut back to where we were before, and hopefully this time my ship won't be spinning this time. So alright, we're back. Yeah. So we did it a little bit better this time. I went straight up and slightly tilted after, like, right before we got into an orbit. So, or right before we got to orbit. So now we're doing a lot better. And I have a maneuver node set up to try and get like half an actual orbit, and then I'll keep adjusting that way to get everything good and ready. So, and I don't know why that little cap thing stuck onto that one, but that's probably why this one drained a lot faster than the others. So I'm pretty sure it was that one that drained really fast. And that's not good why it did that. So we're gonna do this maneuver and then set up another maneuver node. And hopefully we can get to the moon. I'm pretty sure we can, as long as I don't fuck it up like I did one of my other times and I accidentally time skipped a lot more than I should have. But alright, we'll start our burn here and I'll fast forward to the next part when we're done. And go. Yeah, 2-minute burn time. Okay. That was not what I wanted. Oh my god. Definitely not what my maneuver node was supposed to do. So, screw that one for right now, because it did not take us where we wanted it to be. And we're tilted again, too. Hopefully the rest of this fuel tank can actually get us there to an actual orbit. I don't think it will. Nope. But this little one should. All right. We got an orbit. Okay, now we need to try and set up an encounter, which is always the fun part. Not really. I hate trying to set up an encounter, especially since we're slightly tilted for no reason. That ought to work. So get myself to the maneuver node and we'll start doing that, see how far we can get. That is like the smallest little orbit I've ever had. One that's pretty much completely under 200,000. I've never had that before. But then again, usually when I get into space, I'm moving so fast, I get a huge orbit. I did have to get me some water too, though. 20-second burn. Hopefully we can get to the moon with these 4 tanks still going. Because just having one tank is, I mean, I could make it back with just one tank, but If these four are still on and have fuel, that'll make things a whole lot easier. Okay. Alright. Well, we got to where the moon will be. Alright, let's try to set up an encounter then. Oh, I should probably... There we go. Hope that wasn't too much. Oh, geez, 1 second. Alright. Well, let's get there then. Alright, now it's time to set up mine. Try to land where I'm at. I don't even know which way I'm falling right now. 1 day, 3 hours. Oh, alright. Well, this should get us down, hopefully, like about right on top of him. But I honestly don't know if it's changed where he is, and it has. All right. I'll see you when we get to land. And hopefully we won't break. So. Well, we had another malfunction. Hooray. Now if it'll stop going. Yeah, we had another malfunction. That sucks. Well, at least I got an antenna on this one. I really should have put landing gear on that engine, but I decided not to. Got a little ways to run, but I'll fast forward, don't worry about it. Okay, I got them both in there. Let's get the bigger science out of the way. Or at least the science that'll let us keep a lot. 30? Quickly running out of charge. Alright, where's another bigger one? 26.3 is kind of big. Oh, I ran out. Alright, whatever. We got some science at least. I don't know how much, but we got some. So I think that'll be it for me for now. It was fun trying to get him rescued and then end up failing because Jebediah is kind of an asshole.